live. I guess everybody can hear me. Yeah, welcome to our latest Twitch stream. I believe this is episode 2. I guess we're live. I guess everybody can hear me. It's one of those. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the delays. First one, you know, that was a general game one. We had a delay, so I have to apologize for the yes. Sorry about that. Second one was all me. I completely forgot that I had vacation plans and that I was going to be on a plane during the time that the stream was on. But here we are.
No sound, apparently.
No sound.
The voice really low.
Here we are.
They're all low.
Voice
Just
really
something
low.
on the mic.
It could be the microphone.
Oh! Yeah, that was loud.
It could be the microphone. And turn that. Just go ahead and turn the music off, man. It could be the microphone. Go ahead and turn the music off. Yeah, I'm sorry. The microphone's a little bit messed up. We had to move our Twitch studio around a little bit, so now we're in kind of a weird situation. Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, the situation is basically you see OP over there or over here.
Yeah.
Wherever he is, but he's actually right here, right next to us. So it's a tough little area here. So yeah, if you guys know, I'm Ron, aka Baracus. We got Phil here, our senior narrative designer, and of course OP over here, up here.
Yeah. No. I'm up.
I'm right.
I'm up.
And we're streaming some video today from Days. He's a big streamer. You guys be sure to check him out on YouTube and go ahead and subscribe. And check out some really cool videos that he's got on there. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right now, and we got everything fixed. So, what do we have on the agenda today? Of course, we'll be mentioning a little bit about server merge. I'll warn you, we don't have too much information, but we do have some updates for you. We got a couple things to say about the SEPROM exploit issue. Yeah, we'll touch on that. We're gonna touch on the next event that we'll be bringing out, Domination, which is something that we're really looking forward to and think you guys are really gonna like. And then of course, as always, we'll do a Q&A session, and then Phil and I don't know how much Declan's gonna help, but he's gonna say some stuff.
Some stuff.
Stuff. He's gonna say some stuff.
Hey man, it'll be high quality stuff though. Don't throw me under the bus here.
It's always high quality. So we're here in lovely Hamburg. We have the same Twitch studio, but yeah, it's just a lot smaller now. So this is why we're going through the transition phase right now. And right now, I want to mention to you guys actually on July 14th, 13th, 14th, or 15th, one of those days. We're gonna have a bunch of moderators here, and we're gonna be doing a special Twitch stream with all the moderators. So I don't know how many are actually coming, but quite a few. And we're gonna be doing a special Twitch session with them. This is purely for the players and for the moderators. We're gonna try to answer your questions, get their points of view, have them playing on there, maybe have you guys playing on there live. Who knows what we're gonna do? Something crazy. And we'll probably have a couple beers before, so maybe it'll get a little saucy. We'll see. See how that works out.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah, I think we're doing it on Thursday, man. As you guys know, we have free beer on Thursday, so we'll see how that works out. It'll be exciting. And you guys see, I'm already hyped right now. You have no idea. Okay, first things first. Let's talk a little bit about server merges. They're still going on, and it's going to be a little later than a little sooner than they're done. I always say soon, but I think it's going to take a little bit longer. Well, not a little bit longer than we expected, but it's still going to take quite some time. Basically, I can explain that real quick. The first month, 2 months, or 3 months is basically just our development team doing research and finding the best way to do it. So nothing has actually been done, like technically wise, but we do now have pretty much the plan in place for what servers we're going to merge together. Unfortunately, I can't share that with you quite yet because that can change, but it's pretty straightforward from what I see. There's not really any surprises about what servers are going to be merging together. I think if you look at the server structure we have now, you can kind of know what to expect when we're merging the servers. Yeah. I think in the end, what was the number? Do you guys remember?
It's 60 to 20 in the first phase.
60 to 20. So we're going from 60 servers to 20. That sounds about right. Yeah, they both said it, so I guess it's right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so we're going down to about 20 servers, And like I said, there's not really a whole lot of surprises on the list. Don't expect like crazy things to happen, like us joining servers from across the world together.
Yeah.
We really avoided that. But as soon as we get the final list, we'll put an official message out and get that to you guys, so you'll know what to expect. And then we'll probably have a much better timeline for you. At the moment, I'm still sticking with the same timeline because we don't have any better information. And that's 4 to 6 months. But we'll see, as we go forward, how long it's actually going to take. Who knows?
And as Ron and me talked about last time on Twitch, we talked a lot about the reasons it takes time, and the reasons it takes time is we want to protect your stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
As Declan would say,
Yep.
Your stuff is valuable to us and it's valuable to you. So we want to make sure that everything goes smoothly, everything goes finely, and that's why we have to do a lot of research. It's a 10-year-old game, and there's 10 years of stuff. 10
years of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Speaking of stuff, I know one of the annoying issues that's been bothering you guys is this issue that we have where some of your ammo is not able to be used, but usually it's ammo, so we call it the double inventory bug. It's when, there was some stuff going on in the database. While we haven't completely fixed that issue, we do now have a way to basically run a script and get the stuff back in there. So basically, we should be able to have that fixed within the next, I won't promise any dates, but within really soon. We'll have a system where that issue is not going to happen. You won't be having to write into support so much for that issue of not being able to use your ammo. It's yours. You should be able to shoot it. Just wanted to mention that real quick for all you guys. Yeah. So what else did I say we were going to talk about? I'm drawing a blank.
Domination.
Domination.
And also the SEPROM exploit.
So let me get into the SEPROM exploit right now, because I know a lot of you guys are a bit worried about that. We had our first wave. We did our first ban wave. Removed quite a bit of stuff. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but we've also removed quite a bit of other resources and credits from people's accounts. All I can say right now is that there is more to come. It's a little more complicated. Well, scratch it. It's a lot more complicated than we thought to get the data that we need. I'm sure you guys know, there's, when you equip the separator onto your lasers, that made it very hard for us to get really accurate figures on what was actually equipped. It's basically all just boils down to how the information is stored in the database. Luckily, we have some pretty smart people here that are working on levels that are far above my brain waves, and they were able to figure that out, but we still have more work to do. I will say, once we get finished with everything, there is going to be a big official announcement in all the forums. We're going to post it on Facebook, post it everywhere so you guys can see, and we'll be giving you concrete numbers about everything, bans, how much stuff we actually removed from the game. And hopefully by that time you guys will see the effect that it's had on the economy, kind of balancing it out a little bit and taking away these billions of SEPROM that some people have on their accounts. Yeah, I can't get any more into it right now because there is a little bit more to go, something that we'll discuss when the time comes, when we're finished. That's all I can say about that. So I think first we should answer some questions from you guys, because I see them rolling in here. I'll knock this one out. Downloadable client, yeah, not until after server merge. Absolutely no point in us working on it now. Yeah, I know you guys said all the time. Yeah, not until after server merge. We won't even think about doing it then. It still is in the plans 100%. But yeah, there's no news on that because it's not going to even be worked on until after the merges. Yeah, so you guys keep asking about, RSB and assembly, scrap to the shop. That's stuff that I really can't answer. It's stuff that, we can see if you guys really want it and see if the powers that be want to put it in there. I can't just say yes or no. That's just the thing about it. We can't just say that. It's just stuff that we've done before, but will it happen again? I don't know. Where can I buy those posters? I mean, I don't know. You can't. We actually have some extras though of these these big ones. You mean these big ones back here, right? Yeah. We have some extras.
Or do you want the new ones?
Or we have some. Yeah. Or we have some killer new ones. I mean, you can't buy these, but I was actually really wanting to give these away as part of some prizes because we have some really cool new ones actually, and we have a gigantic printer. We printed these here, right? We didn't make that. We have that big printer somewhere. Yeah, there's a big printer somewhere. I think that we printed these out. So, yeah, it's
I think
I'd
Rob
like to
might
get
be
one.
imagining the big printer, but we may get to the
I don't
fridge.
think I didn't make it up. There's a big printer here. I swear to God, there's a printer. It's one of those printers. It's like this big, and it prints out posters like that. I swear to God. I think so.
Hope so.
Who knows? Who knows? I might have made it up. I don't know. I make up a lot of stuff, but it's all good. What about bots? Yeah, it's an ongoing battle. You know, we're on like the fourth or fifth Transformers movie now. Like people love fighting robots, and that franchise will never stop.
Yeah, and they're in disguise.
Robots in disguise. Yeah. What do you got to say about bots, Phil?
They're really annoying, and they sort of ruin like the gameplay, but they're really, really hard because it's like the arms race. Effectively, we're always having to like counter a new bot, so we only can like fight a global virus when we actually see the global virus. So that's why it's a problem, and there are more people out there than there are within the team, and the team has other things to deal with as well, unfortunately. So yeah, we try and like address them, especially the major ones, as soon as we can, but it's not the easiest thing.
Yeah, we would ask OP what he thinks about bots, but I think you guys all know exactly what he thinks about bots. Just kidding. He's reformed.
I know.
You know?
I've done my time.
Yeah, we can't make people pay for the sins of the past. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all good. We do have some things, like I always say, we have some things in the works right now. This time, we have quite a big step that's gonna come soon. But I can't say anything about it right now. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Like we can't give out that information. But you will notice it when it happens, and I think it should happen. I would say in the next months at the most. But don't quote me on that. Well, you will, but yeah, something big is coming. Something big is coming. Yeah. So of course, there's always questions about lag and some server issues. So I'm sure, and I hope a lot of you noticed that over the last weekend, we made some changes on the biggest servers. So that would be Global Europe 1, Global America 1, our most populated servers. And we noticed a really good performance increase. And I know you guys did too, because I saw some of you talking about it. And in general, we just got a lot less complaints. And we noticed as well when we jumped on those servers that the performance was a lot better. Great news is that now that means that our dev team knows exactly how to configure the new servers, and this will be a process that we'll start doing that with the other servers now, and we'll see some definite improvements in performance. I know there's also been quite a few connection issues going on. We actually have we dedicated a couple of our devs to fixing that problem. It's a bit funny. There's one guy sitting there with like 6 laptops around him in the circle.
Yeah.
Looks like he's summoning some kind of computer god or something. I don't know what he's doing.
We
but
should get a picture of it. It's
yeah, I do have a picture of it, but I got to make sure he gives me permission to post it. But it looks pretty crazy, and you know, yeah, they're doing things. So we're working on it. We've had some definite wins, and there's still a bit to go, of course, but we are figuring it out.
There's 2 here I'm quite happy to address.
Yep.
Game could use some balancing between strong and low players. Yeah, we know. It's one of the reasons why I've been insisting on getting sort of level 6 quests in as well as level 12 for each event. I appreciate and trying to tell the same story through those so that we try and like capture even more of the players and give them like content to go for. Both of those in the Plague event offered like the new LF4s, so we gave them the opportunities to get those, the lower level players and the higher level players. We want to do more of that, but we've already had sort of meetings about the bare bones of like trying to like restructure the game in some way to give more PvE areas and more PvP areas, more distinction, so people can level up in safer PvE areas, but with difficult quests, of course. and missions. And the other thing about that is to make sure that we don't unbalance things by trying to balance things. It's always a big problem with an old game to make sure that those balances are like a priority. One other thing that I'd say is that the moderators who are coming in a couple of weeks, they're going to sit in one of the design meetings with myself, Ron, Declan, and the rest of the designers, and we're really going to be looking for their feedback. So feedback to your moderators, because your moderators feedback to us, and that's really good for us to like hear things, as well as like the Twitch stream. And there was another question there, while I've been wittering on, I do apologise. There's another question there. There's another question about an Android app. Would there be a DarkOrbit Android app? Obviously, as we like look at the game, we look at like different like possibilities, different opportunities, and things like this. We have a limited team. We're doing a server merge. We do not have the devs to like look at that type of like item at the moment. If there was a demand for that type of thing, then that would be good. But that demand has to be global. We have to create something that is valuable for the players globally, and it doesn't advantage one set of players over another. It could be something completely different. It could be something set in the DarkOrbit universe. But those are all the things that we're going to consider, and that's sort of why we want to hear your feedback, but feedback through your moderators, because that's really good for us.
Yeah, so yeah, like Phil said, for the next couple of weeks, really get your ideas, your constructive criticism, get everything together, and send it, post it in the forums, get the information to the moderators, because they're going to be talking to the whole design team, plus our producer, and I wouldn't be surprised if people a little bit higher up come in those meetings as well. We're really invested in our game, and we really think that we have a really great community here, and we have an opportunity to do some great things in the future. Yeah, so I mean that's all you can do. Just get everything to the moderators, so when they come here, they're ready, and they are able to tell us what you guys want, not just what they might think that the people want, but just based on what your feedback is. I'm actually really looking forward to talking to them and having the Twitch stream and seeing you guys get a chance to see some of them for the first time, I'm sure. And yeah, it's going to be exciting times.
Declan, were there any other questions on that list that you missed or just scrolled off?
There was one about a Chinese server. You want to just say no?
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of confusion.
Yeah.
Like Asian, but I take a little bit of offense to that. I'm half Korean, so no, all Asians don't look alike. It's not true. But we will have a Japanese server very soon. Yeah, DMM, they're really a big company over there and doing great things, and we've managed to secure a nice partnership with them. So yeah, you should hear some news really soon coming out about the Japanese server, the DMM server. Yeah, that news is coming soon, but that's not going to affect most of y'all, so no worries on there. What about the missions got canceled? Yeah, so that's something that we're still working on, those missions, and what we're going to do about that. It's a pretty important issue, because I know some of those missions were quite big and epic. So yeah, I mean, you'll hear more about that. I think we already made the announcement on that unfortunately it looks like we're not going to be able to recover progress. But that being said, we're definitely going to look into different ways of making sure that you guys aren't cheated out of the progress that you made. How exactly that's going to happen, what that's going to look like, I don't know quite yet. So we'll see how much, we'll see what happens with that. So changes with the new LF4 incoming.
No. I think they mean like upgrades or
yeah, do you mean like upgrades or something? No, that's not coming anytime soon. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. I mean, we don't want to be introducing a whole lot of stuff right now into the game. I mean, of course, you see that we still try to give you content, but we're really focusing on, one, improving performance, two, this big server merge. That's a huge job for the development team, so we're really not trying to implement too many new things currently. And that brings me kind of to another point that I want to tell you guys about. I know you've noticed in the past we've always run events very close together. They are too short. My shorts are just fine, man. Chill out.
Man, I'm sure they had a go at your shorts last stream as well.
I think
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did.
These are fine.
You guys you need to look somewhere else. Like,
I know. Why are you looking at my shorts so much? Anyway, so yeah, what was I talking about? I just saw that. My shorts, man. People are always up on my shorts.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna wear shorts anymore. I'm just gonna wear pants the whole time we're doing this.
yeah.
Super tight pants too. I'll be wearing those. Oh yeah. So we're talking about the cadence basically when we're gonna be running events. We're gonna space them out a little bit more. Something that we've noticed, and I'm sure you guys have noticed as well, is that some of the events that have come out recently had some problems. I don't want to. It's not really an excuse, but I think I can say the reason for that is that we weren't giving ourselves enough time. We realized that that's a mistake. You guys deserve better. We want to put out better stuff, and so now we're going to have a little bit more time in between events. Most of the time, something around like 2 weeks or so. That gives us time to react after we run, some tests on the event, so we can adjust, make some changes, and bring out the best possible events that we can. And I think you'll all agree that that's the right move to make at this time.
And if we're talking about events, then we should talk about Domination.
We should talk about Domination. Yeah, it's a really cool event. Can I speak? No, I can't really speak a lot louder, man. Turn up your volume. Everybody else can hear. You're the only one. Maybe I can stop. I'll stop moving forward and backward. I'm too hyped sometimes. You guys know that. Domination, the event coming up. You guys have played it before, and I know probably the first thing you're worried about is the clan battle stations. Have we done anything with them to make them a little tougher?
Yep.
Yeah, we have. So I know for a fact that we've increased the what was it, 50%, right? Over 50% the hit points on the battle stations. Because we know they're pretty weak, and we know you guys have had a lot. The damage has gone up quite a bit, so we have to make the we have to keep up with the battle station and make them tougher to beat. Overall mechanics, could you maybe you can say something about the mechanics, OP, as the
of Domination?
Yeah,
just overall.
Yeah, just touch on it a little bit. I mean, you're the game expert here, know a lot more about the stuff than me.
Yep. For those who haven't played it, it's basically King of the Hill, and there's 3 hills in each battle map: 4-1, 4-2, and 4-3. And when you capture it, it goes on a 2-minute cooldown where nobody else can capture it, and you try and capture as many as you can. You get points. Your clan can get points from battle stations. You get rewards for your clans, and then your solos for how many you capture and make neutral. Dominate the map. Yeah, that's the point of the game.
Yeah, you just dominate the map.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess that's maybe why we call it Domination.
I think might be why.
No, I think that's wrong. I just think you're wrong, guys. It's just,
no.
I don't think that can be. Don't think that can be the reason at all. But it's just like. But this Domination event has got a new tagline as well, and some differences as well from my end. So, Blightstorm's over, and the War Bond is starting.
War Bond. Yeah, I really like that name. I mean.
And and with the War Bond, things are changing. This is the first time in a long time that each faction has had individual texts for their individual missions, which defines them slightly differently. And yeah, they're all sort of telling the same story, but they're definitely telling it from their point of view. And making the factions slightly more distinct is something we're definitely talking about. I was in a meeting today which definitely covered some of that. And the event after Domination, the next War Bond event, is going to introduce something new. Somebody new.
Somebody. Yeah, so there's some cool stuff coming up, like you guys know, and I'm sure you've noticed since Phil started with us. He's been here quite a while, but I know you've noticed the changes that he's made and how much the story has come into play in all of this. And all I can say is he got some cool stuff planned for you guys. You know, that might have been one of the weaknesses. Most likely was one of the weaknesses of DarkOrbit for a long time. We missed a lot of narrative opportunities. You know, especially in a game like this, there's so many opportunities to just really expand the universe and make it just so much more interesting. And he's doing a great job doing that. And we have some big things planned. But of course, the biggest stuff is not going to come till after the server merges. But that being said, he got some really cool stuff coming up that we won't spoil now for you guys, but soon.
No, and one of the things for me is with the server merge, one of the things that we can do is produce more content. We can produce more quests, more missions for you to do, for you to like take part in, and so we're trying to do it. We've seen the statistics. You really like the missions. You engage really well with the missions. The more that you engage with the missions, the more you learn the story. At some point, you may want to go backtrack and go, oh, what happened here? Then one of the things I always try and do when I'm telling a story is I try and repeat certain things just to really, really enforce certain elements that I really, really want you to follow, like the 3-Day War and United Earth Force and other things.
Yeah, something that I forgot to mention about Domination that I know a lot of you guys have been asking for is we're also going to be introducing, how many is it? 7
epic quests.
Yes.
7 epic
Missions,
permanent
yeah.
missions, quests that are epic, that are very big. I think I have a couple of them here.
Should have all of them there.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's basically like your regular epic quests. These are ones that are going to take you quite a long time. I don't really want to give you too much on what you have to do. I can tell you, you know, there's, you know, kill 35. Is that 1,000? Jesus, that's a lot. But you know, the rewards are epic as well. Or OP, what's up? Do we got really good rewards for these? I think they're quite good. I think they're quite generous, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get lots of stuff
Yep.
for completing these.
High quality stuff as well.
High quality stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, there's 7 new ones coming with Domination. Currently, Domination is set to go middle of July. Am I making stuff up?
I don't think there's a set
There's
date.
not a set. We don't have
No.
a set date. I would say July. Definitely not at the beginning because there's already one going on. I just told you we're gonna have longer periods in between our events. So please don't make a liar out of me, team, and start the event right after. You know, these people have had enough, man. Let's not do it to them. Yeah, so it's set to go live July. We'll give you exact dates once we have that stuff nailed down. But I think you're gonna like it. I think we've made some good changes to the event. We definitely made some good changes to the battle stations to make them a little more attractive, make them a little harder to defeat. So it won't be just kind of a one-sided battle. Yeah, I think it's gonna be very exciting. And here's something that actually, Phil and I are very. This is a question that Phil and I we have close to our heart, and it's basically something you touched on before. When you guys come up with events for weaker lower level players, they're the only ones that really need the stuff. That's 100% true. I'm with you. I know Phil's with you. Yeah, and I know that's one of the complaints that we currently have about the Vortex of Terror. I think a lot of people will really think it's a cool gate, but a lot of lower level players have a tough time completing it. We know that this is an issue and it's something that we're addressing. It's something that Phil started already addressing with his leveled quests. We're only going to be introducing more of that stuff to you. So doing more stuff that's based on or gives lower level people the chance to actually win and earn cool stuff. We know that you guys are the ones that need it. We want you to advance and to become elite players as well. Yeah, so it's definitely on our radar. And we'll keep trying to work on that.
There's a question there about whether Domainer will come in Domination 2. No.
No.
It's gone. I wonder where.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could be that it appears somewhere else. Who knows? Man, went through a wormhole. Wormholes. It's just such a weird word. Wormholes. I wonder who came up with that. Like, yeah. Wormhole. What event will we get on the next anniversary? Something cool. I can guarantee that. What it's gonna be, I don't know. You know, we're still going through our whole 10-year anniversary year, which I still think is super amazing. I'm super proud of the team, super proud of, you know, the whole history of the game, how far it's come, and, you know, I'm just really looking forward to the future and what we're gonna do. Yeah, you know, maybe we have something planned, maybe we don't. I guess you just have to stay with us and find out. Yeah? Yeah, so why does the jackpot euro continue in the bonus boxes? Man,
Right.
you know what? Maybe we have something planned. Maybe we don't. It's something that we have on our radar. Design team, we actually were talking about that the other day. Yeah. It's something we're gonna fix, and we'll come up with a solution. When you fix the lagging hangers, actually,
Yes.
LP was just talking about this the other day to somebody, so give him a little.
Not just
background.
talking, we found out it's not one problem, it's 3. So, the bugs multiply bugs. And basically it's more to do with the amount of ships you have in the hangar compared to the amount of equipment. And every time you move a piece of equipment over, it does like a calculation for all the ships again. So that's why it's taken a while. So we have solved the reason of why it lags so badly and why it gets worse and worse and worse. It's just actually fixing it now.
Yeah, so we've identified the issue, and yeah, with things like this, it's complicated to fix, but you know, we have a really good dev team. They're working on it. We'll get it fixed, and then you guys will definitely see less lag in the hangars and stuff, you know, the website in general. So that'll be a good thing for you and good thing for us. So, you know, I think sometimes we forget that we're all on the same team here, and that we all do want the same things. You know, we don't want to make your lives any worse, you know. We want to have the best game possible, and you guys want to play the best game possible. So we'll just continue to work, and we'll meet and all play, you know, the best game. That's everybody's goal here, I guess, in the end, right? Should be. Yeah. So moving on. Let's see. I mean, the questions. Yeah, sometimes it scrolls pretty weird, so it's hard for me to see. I'm looking. Okay. Shorts. Hey, yo, hold on. Just real quick. These shorts are not so short. Okay, they are a little tight, but they ain't so short. Look, this is like the knees. And I know, like, back in the day, they had like a measurement. So like, people have skirts that comes above. I do have shorts that wear up to here. I'm gonna wear those next time. You guys keep talking. These are regular shorts, man. I'm in Europe too, so we're allowed to wear clothes like this. Y'all need to chill out about my shorts.
I like how you pointed out knees as well. Like, if you haven't seen them before, these are what knees look like.
These are my naughty knees, but my shorts are touching my knees, so that means they're definitely not too short. They're definitely long enough. All right, so we good.
But after that DarkOrbit fashion interlude, let's get back to the actual game.
Yeah. So what? You already answered that one. Yeah, it looks like we don't have too many more questions. You guys got to come with the questions, because we kind of already, you know, touched on all of our subjects that we want to talk to you guys about. So you planning to increase 2D performance? No. I mean, we want to improve overall performance. So, you know, that's for people that play in 2D, people that play in 3D. We don't discriminate which D you want to play on. That's really dirty. I'm sorry.
Can I just say this is before beer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that sounded horrible. We don't discriminate whatever graphical settings you want to play on. Yeah, you know, we just want to improve overall performance. So that's something that we want to do, but it's not. Yeah, we're not going to focus on one or the other. Yeah, with that. Please make PvP useful again, depending on rank. Yeah, that is something that is definitely on our map. We know you guys love the PvP, but you want to make it more fair. I hear you. We hear you. Most likely, huge changes to that won't come until after, like, to ranking and to leaderboards and all this stuff, until after the server merge. Because again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be messing with that stuff when we can better use the resources that we have to fix the performance issues and actually work on the server merge. That's just a huge task. I think that there's quite a few people that don't understand how much work is actually going into this. It's not as simple as like you can't just copy paste players onto another server. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. I'm sure our team wishes it did, but it doesn't. Sorry.
Isn't Doctrine Oil going to be on sale for Iridium at any point soon? No.
No.
Although ways of getting it will probably increase throughout the game, I was in a meeting with OP32 earlier this week, and he was talking some madness about things like that. So we locked him in a dark room for a while just so that he calmed down a little bit. But OP32 is going to be planning and basically running one of the events coming up in the future. Obviously we'll give him as much support as possible, but he's got some good ideas.
Yeah. Basically what it is I'm turning every NPC into my name. And then slowly we change the name of the game to me, and then eventually all the profits go to me as well. So
he's slowly taking over, man. We got him on the team, and now he's just slowly taking over. But it is good stuff, man. Like, I hope you guys caught that. Like, he's slowly, becoming really part of the design team. And actually, yeah, like I say, he's gonna have this. He's designing his first event. So that's a super cool thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all you guys out there that, maybe a lot of you guys have like dreams of working in the industry. There you go. You see, it can happen. He's getting a great start, and I'm looking forward to see what comes of this, and you guys playing the event that he creates. That's going to be pretty awesome. Any changes to pilot sheet? Not right now, because I don't think that very many people use it, to be 100% honest with you. So I think any changes made to that would maybe make 5 people happy or very upset.
yeah.
I think most people out there, to be honest, don't use it. So
Well, it's not that. It's like it's so old. You got everything you wanted, and then you never touch it again. So changing it is a big deal because people are so used to it.
yeah, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll do that. Maybe we'll do it in the future, like after the server merge. But that's something that really won't come into play anytime soon. I can promise you that.
There's a question there about the disassemble feature, which was mentioned. It was mentioned a while ago. I don't really want to sound like a cracked record, but after the server merge is that the time when those things need to be considered. Obviously, disassembling puts a whole bunch of raw elements back into the game economy, and we need to work out how that would impact and affect on things. So it's not priority. It's just something that we definitely consider, but we have a list of things that we consider and how we balance those between different things as we move forward.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, and like you said, we don't like to keep repeating that stuff, but it's just it's something that we have to keep repeating because we don't want to. There's no point in us developing new features and stuff for the game while we're still working on the server merge. We don't have the resources, and the people are all working on the most important thing right now, which is the server merge. So yeah, that's what we're working on right now. So you're not going to see a whole lot of stuff be implemented. You will see more bug fixes. We're getting better at that, and we're increasing our efforts in that area. So you definitely will see a lot more bug fixes and performance enhancements, I would say. So yeah, you'll see some changes and some stuff in the game, but you're not going to see a whole lot of new features or items or all of that stuff until the server merge.
Yeah, and if you think we just say this in this room, pretty much in every meeting I'm in for like DarkOrbit, but something is like this, but we can't do this until after the server merge. So, and then the designers sit back and say, right, what can we do? What can we do to develop content and keep maintaining content and keep pushing things out with the stuff that we've got, with the tools that we have, and with like the NPCs and the writers and the narrative designers and the artists that we have.
I just saw somebody the question: are you going to increase the Sephiron production from Skylab? You gotta be kidding me, bro. That's all I gotta say there. No. No. Yeah. So I just saw another one that I wanted to answer. What happened to it? Oh yeah, the titles. Okay, yeah. So again, this whole titles thing and different titles, distinguished titles, legacy titles, as I call them as well. There's going to be some big changes there. We have, one of our designers is working on that. It's one of his projects, but it's not going to happen until after the server merge. But that's the whole part of the point of server merge. If we do it now, it's not going to make much sense because once we merge the servers, it's going to, mess with a lot of the rankings, a lot of the placements in the rankings of people. So if we wait till after that, then we can move forward from that point and have some much cooler titles. I'm pretty sure Phil can come up with some pretty cool names for some titles. He already has. He got one of those brains, man. He just be doing that kind of stuff.
Stuff master.
Man, Stuff Master.
We can even change the color, which
Don't
yeah.
No, we can't change the color. When you put titles, look, when you put titles in, when you put titles in the game, it just turns that color, man. We have no control. I didn't, it just, we can't control it, man. It's weird, but that's just the way it is.
They're already a color anyway. Yellow's a color. Right.
It's a color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you make moving equipment more simple? It's really annoying. Yeah, I agree. It is annoying. It should be a lot easier. We need a more intuitive system. I'll give you 3 guesses as to when that's going to happen. So yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware it's a pain when you're moving stuff around, and it should be a lot easier, and it will be. No doubt about it. That's something that's gonna get a major upgrade. So no worries on that one. It's gonna happen. Assembly costs gonna be rewarded. That's all in the future. You guys are asking questions about stuff that's all really gonna happen once we get a better balance in the game. Try to rebalance the economy, get it stabilized, get everything chill, nice and fun, and then we'll start working on all these things. Yeah, that's a work in progress. Dealing with the actual value of stuff in the game, and the real value and in-game value. It's a work in progress. We'll continue to work on that and get it fixed, or at least get it to a point where everybody's happy. So it's good stuff. Will server merge happen in 2017? Yes. I believe so. I think our team is capable and very willing to make that happen, and to give you guys what you want, what everybody wants, full servers again. It's #1 priority for us right now. So yeah, I do think it's going to happen in 2017. That being said, things can come up. We work in a tech industry. Everything is not gray and white. It's sometimes there's issues that you can't foresee. It happens. Remember my words. You don't have to remember it. This is always on YouTube. You can just go back and play it. It's all good. I stick by my words. I stick by my team. I think they can do it. I have 100% confidence in the people that I work with. That's all I got to say about that.
I'd agree with that wholeheartedly. Will there be more quests for log discs or resources? That was a possible mistake. It's sort of hard for new players to get a lot of scrap, etc. Or better drop rates from the boss. Uber NPCs would be better. One of the things that's happening before the server merge is that we are having a lot of discussions about what things to implement after the server merge, so that we can prepare them and we can prepare all the design documentation, we can do all the balancing, and then when the development time becomes available, then we can say this and this are the most major things. One of the things I mentioned earlier was more PvE maps, so that the early players are protected from PvP and the dangers of PvP, which is death, basically. So all of these things have to be considered. There are some things that don't need specific balancing, but moving all the NPCs on the map around so that the maps have a better flow, things like that, that takes time, and it takes consideration for balance to make sure that we can like do things in different ways. You know, from older games that I've worked on, it's always been a case that when there's been an event, some big elements of that event is always on the early maps, so that the new players can see that, and they can go, oh wow, I really, really want to be involved in that at some point in the future, so that they feel the need to like sort of move up levels and things like this. All of this is really, really important to us. I think so. A lot of this was like missed in the earlier portion of the game, but the team who are now behind DarkOrbit, the team who are like working on DarkOrbit, all of them are fresh and new to this product. They've all like come in within the last 3 years, and therefore they're all like looking at the future of the game, not the past of the game. The past is set back in the times when it was created, and by saying the times that it was created, I'm not talking about the medieval era, but in like gaming sense, 10 years ago is a long time, and many things have changed in the gaming community. So yeah, that's my answer to that. Long-winded as usual.
Someone is on my, no, nobody's on my computer. It's all good. It's probably just turned on. They are. It's all good. I hope they enjoy what they find on there. probably some pretty strange and random stuff, but yeah, it's all good in the hood. Can you make getting ×4 ammo easier? Man, like, I don't think so. Like, I think it's okay. What do you think?
Man, people have like 10 million and they're like, I want 20 million. It's like,
yeah,
does the same damage, 10 million, 20 million, it's still ×4.
You know, some people just want that. They just want the highest amount of things, stuff. Just want a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Just
be happy with the stuff you got. Come on, man. Let's can't we all just get along and just everybody share stuff? Man. Yeah. So this I see a question here about making so that stuff such as drones that has been upgraded to level 16 can't be destroyed. You know, that's kind of a tough one. It's a toughie. Like, why would you say that just because they're fully upgraded they should be invincible then? I don't know how fair that is. I don't know. I actually don't really know. That's something I'll have to think about a little bit, you know, personally, like if I think that's fair or not. I really don't know. I know you spent your time, you know, building it and upgrading it and getting all this stuff, but in the end, that's what's to be expected. That's the way it works. Something that's not hidden. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that one. That's something that we would really have to go to the community and do like surveys and try to find out what you guys really think. If this is a widespread, you know, thought or belief, or if it's something that, you know, just a few people are very vocal about, but it turns out the community doesn't want. Because I really don't know. I'm kind of split on that. If it should be invincible or not. I don't know. I
suppose the thought behind it is like a similar cost to LF4, or an LF4 can't be sold. So I get it. Like, I get why people would not want them to be sold or destroyed.
We're trying to make sense of stuff,
man.
Right. Yeah. So what? I don't understand that question. Dilute accounts?
No.
I don't know what that means. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that. I tried to read one of these questions. I didn't really see it. And we're not going to increase up on production. We're not going to let you guys, you know, it got out of hand anymore already. So we're good. We're getting that back down to normal, and then hopefully it'll be a, you know, a more fair playing environment for everybody. And with some of the other stuff that we have going on, the playing field is going to be getting a little bit more level, just in general. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I think you'll see that happening. It's going to be slow but very deliberate, and yeah, it's going to be a slow process. It's going to take a while for us to get everything fixed and everything up to the level where we want it. Everything performing the way we want it. Like Phil said, this team is very new, and we all have very high expectations for what we're going to do with this game and for the next thing we do, which I can tell you is already in discussion. We talk about these things all the time. You know, we love working in this industry. We want to make games. We want you to play them. It's what we love to do. So, yeah, you can think that we're invested in this. We're actually really invested in this. So, yeah, we got a good future ahead of us. And, you know, don't be scared. With that being said, DarkOrbit's not going anywhere, man. We've been here for 10 years. It's going to be hopefully another 10 years, this game going on. We'll see.
More.
Or more.
Config saving going to be added. That's really. I don't think I've seen that question before, but that's cool. I appreciate config saving.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something we will put on the list, I think, because I can understand the value of that. If you've got ships and you can easily clip between ships, and you just like click on it to get the config that you've set up, then that'd be cool.
It will beat Overwatch soon. Yeah, you know it. That's what we're going after. I don't know why we would go after Overwatch. But yeah, I'm sure if we did, we could beat them. Man.
Gotta aim for something.
Yeah, you gotta aim for something. Why not? You know, if you aim low, you're just gonna disappoint yourself eating for goals. So I guess we're going for it, man. Yeah, downloadable client. We mentioned earlier, but yeah, it's already planned. We know that's something we have to do later. Yeah, so we're gonna. You're god at Overwatch. I think I know somebody that will probably beat you.
Yep.
Wait, if you're on Discord, you might see at some point that he's on there playing some Overwatch. Man, if anybody can give me a video of you beating this guy, I'll give you I'll give you something.
And whatever wrong gives you, I'll take it away. So you're not keeping it.
I mean, like, cause I know I can't beat him. I suck at Overwatch, but yeah, apparently he's pretty good. Some of you guys try to find him, see if you can, and give it to him, man. Yeah, so we can touch on a couple more questions, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it a stream. And yeah, so let's see. Any information on a scrapyard? So something, I think this is what we already kind of touched on. This is like something to recycle, not use equipment or sell it back, or even upgrade stuff, you know, kind of like crafting, I guess you would say. Yeah, we have plans. And it would also actually help us with some of the issues we see with just people having way too much stuff on their accounts. That also is one of the things that does cause some issues with our game, just people that kind of hoard things. And their accounts just end up getting so huge, just filled with stuff to the brim. So, you know, it would be to our benefit to actually put something like that into the game. So yeah, it's something that we're definitely looking at. How that's gonna look, what we're gonna do, no idea. I can't give you any answers on that now because I don't know. How are the balance changes for the Tartarus and Spectrum?
Oh man, they're coming along. The list has changed from Tartarus and Spectrus to Tartarus and Spectrus.
Spectrus.
Spectrus. We're combining the two and making it the most overpowered ship in the game.
Yo, no, don't say that. People are gonna believe you, man.
No, but it's like it's gone from 2 ships to 2 ships plus like 3 ships plus drone formation. Yeah, it's a big list now, but it is going to take some time.
It's spreading out, but it's turned into a thing. It's like if we're gonna rebalance these 2 ships, we might as well make it a bigger thing and rebalance some of this other stuff. I saw people on there talking about, you know, drone formations, different ships. Yeah, you know, it's kind of a big thing. So that's a big chunk to bite off. A lot of work to do. Game designers are gonna have their work cut out for them doing all that. So yeah. Oh, new chat system. That's something I forgot. I didn't even talk about it. God, I don't want it. In a little bit. Yeah, we should be. We're in the final phases. I can tell you that. I know I've been saying that for a long time. But yeah, we're really close. We're knocking on the door, just waiting to release this to you guys. A new chat system.
We just want to get it off the board, for God's sake. It's
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
quite
man.
a long time.
Yeah, so we have a big workboard that shows what we're working on. And man, I tell you, I when we're asking about it, I look at the thing is, it's not really with us anymore. We're doing this. I don't know how you work all this. Everything on our end is kind of done. We're waiting for some other people that are not reacting as fast as we would like them to. I can put it that way. So it's coming very soon. You'll definitely hear some news about it in the next week or two. I can guarantee you that. I can also guarantee it will come before the server merge.
Another thing which is really, really nice, because obviously OP32 used to be a moderator and before that a player.
No, it's never a moderator.
Okay, sorry, it was a player, I apologise.
You was never on that mod.
I know. Oh, they would have thrown me out.
No, he was but it's great because now Declan's starting to tackle some of the issues that he's seen as a player. You always see that he's sort of well, it started off as one thing and now it's 3 or 4 things, because he starts to realise the complexity of a game like this, where if you pull one string, then suddenly everything else unravels, and instead of having a jumper, you've just got a lot of wool. So it's everything here is complex to do and to try and maintain balance, and we realise that there are things that are imbalanced in the game, and we're trying to do things about those.
I'll take one more quick question here, the one I just saw, because I know a lot of people were complaining about the difficulty of the Vortex of Terror. Somebody was just asking, don't you think that it's unbeatable? No, because people have beaten it, quite a few people actually. We would have wanted more people to beat it, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, the challenge was pretty stiff. We want things to be a challenge in the game. We don't want it to hand anything to people. That being said, we definitely are looking at, doing the events and making these gates and stuff like that easier for the easier players. So giving them a different option, and, then for the elite players, always keeping the challenge quite high. We don't want to hold your hand. We don't want to have super easy events where you get stuff, because where's the fun in that? There's no fun in beating a game or a boss that is no challenge. I think that's something that almost all gamers can agree with. And it's a hard balance to find, but we're not going to be making things super easy, I can tell you that. But we will look at the numbers. If they show us that something was indeed too challenging, then we'll adjust it. I don't think that's the case here. I think it's beatable. I've seen that quite a few people have done it, so yeah, I know that it can be done. Yeah, so that's it for now, guys. We're going to go ahead and cut out. We've been on for almost an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the codes. We gave away more this time than usual, and some pretty valuable ones. I hope you enjoy getting those rewards. To all of our mods, thank you very much for joining us and helping to moderate this conversation from these lovely pilots. Yeah, like I said, we will see you. I forgot the exact date, but it's around the 13th of July, 14th of July, isn't it?
Yeah,
right?
it's around there.
Yeah, it's around there. We'll have the moderator talk. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, and look out for some news coming up about the exact start and date of Domination. That's going to be a great event. So yeah, from the team, Steve, from Phil, Mopey, and for me, everybody have a great day. Enjoy gaming, and we'll talk to you guys soon.